firewall. See, the word firewall is a wall that we are going to have in order to prevent fire entering in. A wall kind of device which will have a gate. A wall should have a gate so that the legitimate people, the citizen of the country, can enter in and go out, in and out. There should be a gate. And there should be a wall so that unauthorized people, those people who are not allowed inside the gate, will not jump, will not get inside the country easily. So you need a wall and a gate. You need a gate which will identify the right traffic and deny those unauthorized traffic. When there is an attack traffic coming like a fire to hit your network, this wall is going to prevent that fire coming in, prevent our network from this fire getting inside the network by stopping. At the same time, when there is a genuine packet trying to come in, there is a gate which verifies it and allows that genuine packet to enter in. Yes, the firewall is both a router and also a device which mitigates unauthorized entries. A firewall can also be a switch as well as a router, as well as a device that can identify threats and mitigate the attacks coming in. So firewall is not a simple device which see only a malicious packet and stop. Firewall can also do routing. Firewall can also run routing protocols like OSPF, EIGRP, BGP. Firewalls can also have VLANs. Firewalls can also do port channeling. Firewalls can also do a lot of layer 2 functions. So a firewall is not the only device that identifies the attacks and stops the attack. It is also having the routing and switching capability. Whereas the routers on the other hand has got very limited firewall feature. You can write an access control list and you can make a router to act as a firewall, but not more than that. You don't have in router more features like deep packet inspection, which a firewall can do. A router cannot do such deep packet inspection. Router cannot go deep into the packet and see whether there is a word called RSVP. If there is a packet, any packet having RSVP as a protocol, or if there is any packet having a word called bomb, firewall can easily identify, okay, these are all packets coming from some bad people. See, there's a word bomb in it, so I'm going to filter it. I don't want to allow this traffic getting inside the network and may be a threat to my user. A firewall can identify suspicious packets, abnormal packets, which a router cannot do. Router cannot identify anomalies, means abnormals. Abnormalities are called as anomalies. Abnormalities, abnormal packet. According to router, packet is a packet, but firewall can say, hey, this is a normal packet, this is an abnormal packet, this is an oversized packet, this is an abnormal packet, something fishy inside. A firewall can do this, but a normal router can only do routing, can do only deny or permit as per what the ACL does. A router cannot do deep packet inspection. Okay, you have some question in your mind. What it is? You are in mute.
No, Jay, I had a question that if I was only running L2, and now that I was also
Yes, firewalls can also do L2. All right, we call it as transparent firewall. We call it as transparent firewall. Firewalls can do L2. A routed firewall, transparent firewall. Routed firewalls, that's layer 3 and above. Transparent firewall, layer 2 firewall. Yep. So firewalls are multi-layer. Yeah. Firewalls are a multi-layer device, not just layer 2 or layer 3 device. It can be layer 3 to 7, it can be layer 2 to 7. So firewalls are having inbuilt features which can identify the attack packets, which can identify abnormal packets, which can go deep into the packet and see what is good and what is bad, and allow only the good thing inside. But again, a simple firewall.
so the deep packet inspection is done by firewall or IPS notification system.
Okay, that is what I'm about to say now. So, firewall, when we say firewall, it is not only ASA, adaptive security firewall, it includes all security components like IPS, ICE, IDS, WSA, ESA, umbrella, and much more. FTD, FMC, all these are firewalls. So in general, when we say firewall, everyone think it is only one device, ASA, and they teach that one alone, and that is what even people ask in interview. Firewall means either Palo Alto firewall, ASA firewall, boom, that's all they do. But anything that stops an attack entering in is a firewall. IPS does in a particular style. IDS does in another style. WSA is another firewall, another style, another specialist in firewall, another special. See, security is a general term. RPF is one sort of security who provides security in the train, railway, police, and the civil police, the traffic police. They're all called as police. They're all kind of security, but the role, the place where they are is different. Military is another security. The the tri unit, the water, the air, and the land soldiers. You know, those people who are on the land, an army cannot go and work as an air marshal in in a jet fighting jet. So, but that is also a security guy. This is also a security guy. The one who is in the sea or the ocean, protecting the boundaries, is also a security guy. He's also an army, but he is army over the sea, not over the air or over the land. But they're all called as security people. Even those guys sitting outside the ATM machine is also security. So when you say firewall, it means the ATM guy. It means the one who is the chief commander in Air Force. Uh, they're all kind of security. So when we say firewall, it's general term security. But to protect ATM, you cannot bring one commander in chief from Indian Airways and make him to stand outside the ATM because you want protection. So there is a different level of firewalls. Cisco once upon a time had a firewall called I Pix before 2007. No, around 2007 we had this as the firewall. And later they say advanced security appliance as firewall. And later next generation firewall. Next generation firewall. This is what we say FTD, and to control multiple FTDs, we have FMCs. Yeah. So threat detection, managing those firewall threat detections, we had this type of growth. Apart from that, we also have much more. See, the advancement of this is this, but only to provide email security, you have another one device called EMC. ESM, email security manager. It will identify if there is an abnormal mail, if there is malicious, if there is a spyware attached to the mails, and it will stop. This guy is specialized in that. A normal ASA firewall, which is doing deep packet inspection, cannot do what ESM does. Likewise, you are asking about IPS. IPS is specialized in something which has got a lot of signatures to identify the well-known attacks. Again, I'm telling you, well-known attacks. Well-known attacks. They know the attacks already, and they know how the attack will look like, the nature of the packet, the appearance of the packet. They know how the packet appears when the attack packet is coming. They have seen it many times, so they have created a script to identify and differentiate whether it is a good packet or an attack packet. Those scripts are there put inside this module called IPS. So when you attach an IPS to ASA firewall, it will easily use the script and identify the attack so that you don't need to write a script of your own to say, hey, if you see this type of ICMP, it is an attack. You don't need to do that manual work. See, it doesn't mean that you cannot do it. You can do it, but known is a drop, unknown is an ocean. So whatever you know, for that only you will put the mitigations. In a normal ASA firewall, you will write codes just to prevent those attacks which you know. But world is big. Whatever I know, few don't know. Whatever many knows, I don't know. So if I write, it will be a limited one. But when I accept all others' thought and when I include my thought, I can provide better security. So IPS is a device which is developed by and updated by a team of people who has repeatedly seen attacks, various type of attacks, and they know the nature of the attack. They have written signatures, programs, codings to identify when a packet enters. The signatures will check, or the packet will be running against the signatures. And when there is a match, alarm will be raised by IPS. Alarm will be raised by IPS. So IPS is making your job easier. End of the day, all are firewall. All protect your network from malicious, unwanted, fire kind of traffic.
Then
So
IPS is not physical hardware installed.
we do have an no. We do have an IPS box, IDS 0, Cisco IPS 4255 sensor. I told you they are having codings, signatures, sensors. They are sensors. So if you have a close look, you can see here written IPS. So this, you see, Cisco IPS written here. So it is it is coming in various form factors. Sometime it comes like a module. We also have a module that you can fit inside ASA. Let me show you. It'll come like an extension module. IPS as an extension module. I want to show you. It comes as a module where you can just plug into your existing ASA firewall. So the ASA firewall will have additional IPS service, which means predefined signatures. Cisco IPS module. You see, it will be like a line card. Wait, here it is. You see, uh, Cisco ASA 5510 Advanced IPS SSM module. When you plug in this, it has got all the signatures. So your job gets reduced when you add this module. You no need to write some policies to identify attack. It is already written inside. When you apply this, when you attach this module to your ASA firewall, now your ASA firewall gets much smarter with less pain. Hmm? Likewise, you also have IDS. IDS is also a separate physical components, intrusion detection system. You see, IDS 4515, IDS 4512. So you have a separate physical module for IPS, IDS. Now, what is the difference between IPS and IDS? This is simple. If I keep, see, this is one important difference people will always ask. If you have, let's say you have a ASA, normal ASA firewall, or a router, it can be a router also. And this is your edge router, which is connecting to your internet. Now, when we keep our sensor device right on the path, it is IPS, intrusion prevention system. As the packet comes in, it will enter in, this will scan it, the sensor will scan it against the signatures. If it matches with some abnormal packet's signature, if the signature identifies the packet as abnormal, then IPS is going to deny the packet right here itself. It won't enter into your realm, enter into your network. It will not go, not possible. IPS is like that. Whereas IDS is just intrusion detection system. What it is actually connected like this. Like we used to have Wireshark, right? We used to have Wireshark. What we do, we span the port. You know span? Switch port analyzer. Any traffic that hit inside here, a copy will be sent here. Packets are as usual flowing inside, but a copy is sent here, and this is now knowing whether the packet is good or bad. When it finds the bad packet, by the time the bad packet is already entered in. See, with IDS, you will only able to detect. You cannot prevent. That's why it is IDS. IPS is prevention. It prevents itself. It is not allowing inside going an attack packet going in. But this one simply detects and gives you an alarm. It creates a log. It provides you an evidence to say that from so and so an attack packet was attacking this device. It provides an evidence, but it is not going to prevent. IDS is not designed to prevent. IDS is not designed to be inline. It is in Prometheus. This is what Prometheus mode. This is in Prometheus. IDS is in Prometheus side, whereas IPS is inline, right on the path. IPS is right on the path. IDS is Prometheus. Right now. So, as an introduction to firewall, I just don't want to limit yourself to say ASA, the firewall. No. You have a lot of things. Like for email security, you have ESM. For web-based security, web security, WSM, web security manager, WSA, not M, web security appliance, ESM, email security appliance. So they're all specialized to do a specific job. Like we have Air Force, they are specialized in flying and fighting. Yeah. So this is specialized in identifying the email-based attacks. This is specialized in finding the attacks comes through HTTP, www, web-based. They're specialized in that. But when you say ASA firewall, everything you have to do. You need to write policies. Hey, this type of packet, if you see, do this. That's you overburdened. See, in router, you cannot ask to identify a packet and stop. But in ASA firewall, you can write policy. ASA firewall will understand your policy, but the problem is you need to be aware of all sort of attacks so that you can write the policies to mitigate them, which is not easy. Known is a drop, and known is an ocean. Unless you know all sort of attacks that is that happened till yesterday. You cannot protect your network, and unless you be an attacker, you will not be able to protect your own network. To protect your own network, you should become a thief. Only then you can protect your company from thieves, which is not possible. So learning ASA firewall, you may say I know firewall, but you cannot say with that I can give you 100% guaranteed security, because we are not aware of all type of attacks that is created just few minutes before in one part of a world, in one corner, somewhere, someone. Every day, new attacks come. So even you cannot expect IPS or ESA or WSA to provide guaranteed security. Not possible. Even they, though they are specialized, when a new weapon comes, they don't know how to protect themselves. When Korea comes up with a new bomb, which no one is aware of, you will not be protected. You know only so-called missiles and bombs. And you got that mitigation only for those things to protect your country. But when someone comes with a new kind of bomb, like Corona, you can't protect because you are not seen before. So if someone says 100% security guarantee, it's a lie. No vendor, whether you have Palo Alto or Cisco, can guarantee security. But the common attacks are definitely prevented. The common attacks. So because you know already how that attack will be, the nature of the attack, you can write codings and say, if you see this, deny coming in, right?